It's time for your daily dose of all things Chicago sports. This is the Daily Score. Now, here's your host, Mark Grote.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome into the Daily Score. I'm Mark Grote. Thank you so much for tuning in on whatever apparatus and from whichever mode you are listening to the podcast, the Daily Score. We appreciate it. We try to do the show every day, bring you the hottest Chicago sports topics of the day. And my brain lately has been filled with stadiums. And we know what's been going on with the White Sox potential of building on the near south side in downtown, which would be deluxe. And then there is the ongoing flirtations that Kevin Warren and the Chicago Bears are having with everybody when it comes to it. I'll be very straightforward with you on what I have always wanted. That is for the Bears to stay downtown. Absolutely stay down in the beautiful lakefront. And I have been understanding of the idea of, okay, get a dude, modern times, sell out, move to this. It's sort of like all my friends. Everybody sells out and moves to the suburbs. I kind of did myself moving to Oak Park. But yeah, it's like a smart move. Like, if we're going to do the family analogy and like you get older and you want to go to, with your family or build a family and make things a little bit more comfortable, you move to the suburbs. And man, yeah, there is a comfort that life would have in Arlington Heights for the Chicago Bears. But if the Bears can do that downtown, South Lot, still have the lake in the background, and I hope that, I understand that some of this is just Kevin Warren trying to get maybe get taxes down in Arlington Heights, and he's got to do what he's got to do. So I'm not going to accuse this man of lying if he is just trying to position himself better. But I'm buying it when he talks about how much he would love it to stay downtown. And really, for me, it is just the beauty of it, that it's just such a, you think about Chicago stadiums, there never has been a more beautiful and deluxe location for a stadium in the city of Chicago. Where Soldier Field is right now is brilliant. And I would say it's one of the most beautiful spots in all of football when it comes, and baseball stadiums for that matter. So I do hope that this picks up steam and that eventually that there's a stadium downtown. My gut still says it's going to Arlington Heights, but just understand where my desire is. I am Chicago. You know what I mean? I want all of our teams to be in Chicago. And I know we'd all get over it if they moved to the suburbs, but damn, it'd be nice if they built in the suburbs. Yesterday, Roger Goodell, the commissioner of the National Football League, held his hand-selected media members Q&A at the Super Bowl. One of the questions that he was asked was about the stadium in general. Our good friend Jared Payton was the one to ask the question. You will hear his question, and you will hear what Roger Goodell has to say about the Bears potentially building a brand new stadium.
The Bears are looking to build a new enclosed stadium in Chicagoland. How important is that to the league, and could that lead to a Super Bowl in the future?
I think it's important to the Chicago Bears, their fans. I think it's also important to that community. I think, as we have seen here, a great stadium can host additional events. I think that's true in Chicago. I think the Dome Stadium that they're talking about, both downtown and also potentially in Arlington, I think those are both great opportunities that they need to explore. The good news is they've got quite a bit of time on their lease. The Bears are committed to being in Chicagoland. I talked to the mayor of Chicago recently. He wants them in the city. Arlington wants it out in Arlington. I think they'll be able to develop a proposal that will be good for the fans, but I also think it'll be great for Chicago.
By the way, it's Arlington Heights, Roger Goodell, because I know you don't know. He sounds very reserved about it. Doesn't sound like sure it's good for the NFL if the Bears build a new stadium, but I didn't think that there was really much substance to the answer there from good question by JP. JP, perfect. But I don't know. I did not notice a giddiness or an excitement. It's good for the Bears, not necessarily for the NFL, is what Roger Goodell is saying. I don't know. Maybe Roger Goodell's not a Bears fan. I don't know. During the question from JP, hearing him say, could it lead to a Super Bowl for the Bears? I understand he's asking about the Bears hosting a Super Bowl, but I was thinking, oh, could the Bears win a Super Bowl if they get a new stadium? Maybe that is what it's going to take for the Chicago Bears. I don't know. That's a great question, though. How far away are the Bears? I actually talked a little bit about this with Gabe Ramirez on the Score, and the idea of how far away are the Bears for competing for, let's just say, winning a playoff game. That's 2 years away. To me, that to that point, where Houston is right now, to where you're this young team and you're taking steps, maybe even Detroit, you're winning playoff games. Bears are 2 years away from something like that, probably 3 to 5 years away from a Super Bowl. And I am keeping in mind the way time works in the NFL. It's not like the rest of the world. 3-4 years is a long time. But no, the Bears are not there yet. But that's probably another topic for another day. So that's where things stand with the stadium. Not a lot of juice from Roger Goodell on it, but obviously a ton of juice from Kevin Warren, whose job it is to find the best place for the stadium. May it be downtown. While we were talking about Roger Goodell, one of the other huge issues in the National Football League is diversity and the lack of diversity in a league that is mostly black players. So Roger Goodell, I am thankful, was asked about diversity from a reporter.
You don't run the NFL media newsroom, but you do run the NFL, and they answer to you along with the 32 owners. As of this press conference, the NFL media newsroom still employs 0 black managers, 0 black copy editors, 0 full-time black employees on the news desk, and your only full-time black employee, Larry Campbell, passed away over the weekend. Now, Mr. Trotter, Jim Trotter, was not here, for whatever reason. Over the last 2 years, have asked you why that is the case. And for a league that has more than 60% African Americans that play the game, and I know that you're a man of conscience, how does knowing this sit well with you, and after 2 years of being asked this question, why has there not been any change or any hirings in that area?
Well, I disagree completely with you. There hasn't been any change. I'm happy to get your data and share it with our people and make sure that we get an answer for you. I don't have all the data. I will tell you that the first time ever, 51% of our employees across the league, across the network, across all of our media platforms, not including players, are either people of color or women. First time ever. So progress is being made. And there are areas where we still need to work and still need to improve, whether it's offensive assistants or maybe people in our media newsroom. We will continue to do that and make significant progress as we have.
Okay. I mean, I hope that the progress continues. I have to say, I'm not going to act like I've done great work for minorities or been a great voice for minorities in any way, shape, or form when it comes to the NFL or the job place, anything like that. But I will say, as a white guy, as I am, it is pretty embarrassing that there's not proper representation, whether it be in the media, whether it be on the sidelines at NFL games. And that it is something that I am self-conscious of and do find it embarrassing. So I hope that they continue to figure out ways to hire people of color to power positions in the NFL, not just blow off spots or assistants or internships or programs. Actual people like Ryan Poles, good for the Bears. That you have a man who is a black man, and Ryan Poles, who is obviously very qualified for the job, or at least I think he is. He he deserves the gig. So that's definitely something that's got to work on. And I probably personally need to use my voice a little bit more for that as well. So that's it for today's show. I appreciate you guys all listening to the Daily Score. We'll be back at it tomorrow. Appreciate you. For Ray Diaz, I'm Mark Grote. Talk to you later. Bye.